Okay. Whoop-de-doo, we're in a new spot today. Let's just say I'm out in the middle of nowhere, even though I'm certainly not out in the middle of absolute nowhere. But I did want to get a record and review off, and I'm going to be heading to the gym in a little bit, which means I will inevitably be winding down my day. And I was not really in the mood to do a record and review once I got back from the gym. So we're doing it before we go to the gym, so I just stopped off somewhere right before we actually got there. Hopefully you can hear me. If you can't, that's awkward. But I do have one thing I wanted to talk about, and it's kind of a silly little thing, like a little joke, I guess, that I came up with a couple of weeks back. It goes, you know when people say that when the going gets tough, the tough get going? Where? Where though? Where are the tough going? I think I originally came up with that as a joke, but then I thought about it, it's not completely a joke, it's actually kind of a serious question. Where are the tough people going? Are they going to go address whatever it is that has made the going get tough? I would assume that's where they're going, but it's not super specific. So I think leaving that up to interpretation is an odd thing to do, because perhaps the tough are getting the hell out of there. Perhaps they want nothing to do with whatever got tough. I think that fight or flight is what is up for interpretation there, and I find that kind of funny. I think about how the going has gotten pretty tough for me lately, and I'm trying to figure out which way to go. There's no definitive direction. It feels like a lot of times life isn't as easy as a cookbook where you have instructions and step 1 through whatever. You gotta make it up as you go. You gotta understand that the decisions you make is where you're going. It's hard to not wish that you can see steps ahead so that you know you're going in the right direction. But that's a part of life. You can't know. Something that someone told me recently when I was expressing how I wish I could better understand what it's like to not have privilege, and they basically told me, you don't get to know. You don't get to know. It's not how it works. So you don't get to know. You don't get to know which way that the tough are going. If you find yourself in a situation where the going's gotten tough, are the one that gets to pick which way you get going. Choose wisely. Make the right decisions. If you see that whichever way that you are going isn't the right way, adjust course. It's the best you could do. It's kind of what I've always lived by, is just do your best. Make the best decisions you can in the moment. Stick to them, follow through. If you've realized that the decision has led you to a path, to a journey that isn't exactly what you were hoping for, or has you wound up in the wrong spot, get back on the right path. Readjust yourself, reorient, get yourself back on the right path. Stay true. Alrighty, time's up. Off to the gym. We'll catch ya.